Parents and kids are now warned to switch off their channel or just grow up fast. This show may contain adult or mature conversations and may not be appropriate for children and the old-fashioned. Maturity is directly proportional to the number of times you go between the sheets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's play Between the Sheets.
Between the Sheets time. What's the topic for tonight? Well, we all have relationships. We all go on dates. We all meet new people, and we all have hearts, we all have minds, and we have tongues, some short, some long, some wagging, and we just talk and talk and talk and use so much of ourselves telling the other person all about us, right? We like talking. We like talking to people who listen to us. But anyways, when relationships begin, the process of getting to know each other is obviously the first thing we try and do. Then there is the first date, then there is the second date, third date, fourth date, and is there a fourth date? I don't know. Or if you just straight away got into a relationship, an arranged marriage, at that point also the discovery process starts, doesn't it? The discovery process. The mystery is unraveled. Who's who? What do you think about these things? What have you done in the past? How do you feel about this? Blah, 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 blah. And that communication is not always proportionate when it comes to each other. Sometimes you reveal a disproportionate amount of information about yourself, and the other person hasn't done that. Your expectations rise. Hey, I've told him so much, or I've told her so much, and how come she's not or he's not telling me much? And for just no reason at all, you start getting doubts about this whole thing. Have you felt that you've given up too much? Have you felt that you've told this person way too much already? Or do you feel it's important in a relationship to be upfront, right up front? Because that's creating a good foundation for a relationship that could last longer. And what about this? Are there certain things that you like to talk about or not like to talk about in a relationship when you're just starting out? Even when you start a new friendship? What are the things that you may not want to hear about, or make sure that she or he doesn't ask you about? Do you feel that there are certain things you shouldn't say? Or must say? I know they look like a lot of questions, but they're really not. If I have to put this succinctly into one thesis here tonight, it is it important to reveal a lot about yourself starting out in a relationship? Or do you need to space it out? What's your story in life? Have you told somebody too much? Have they used it against you? Has it come to hurt you? Has it come to bite you on the backside because you just said too much? And you're like, isn't that way too much information? So, WTMI, okay? It's really about WTMI and how this affects your relationship. Has your boyfriend or girlfriend told you a lot about themselves? Or have you told them a lot about yourself, like really early on in your relationship? I mean, is it even necessary? See, we can have an academic discussion. It doesn't have to be a real-life experience that you've been through, right? You have an opinion on this stuff. So if I came up to you on the street with a mic and a camera, suddenly giving you the opportunity of becoming famous on national television, I asked you this question: hey, is it okay to tell your partner a lot about yourself? Now, I'm sure you'd quickly do up your hair and make sure you're looking nice, and then clear your throat, and you'll be able to shout an answer out. You wouldn't at that point say, well, I have no experience. Of course, you have an opinion. We don't care about your experience here tonight. We really want your opinion. And welcome Between the Sheets. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear you because I get to give you a horny moment tonight.
Yay.
Yeah. The first time caller gets it all the time. And yes, the first one that called me before my show didn't count. You did.
I have been waiting for that moment a lot.
Well, all you have to do is ask for it. Or demand it, actually. Don't even ask.
Yes, I haven't called in a while, so I couldn't ask in a while.
So what's your name, love?
Rachel.
Rachel!
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Anna?
Very good. Yeah, it's been a long, long time. I know the last time you called me was a few, 6 months ago, 7 months ago?
Yes, indeed. 6 months it was.
When you were partying with a friend of yours? I remember that.
Well, I'm glad you remember it.
So what brings you here tonight?
my app started working, and I got to check out the topic, and it's interesting.
You like it, huh?
Yes, I do.
So, do you tell a lot about yourself to somebody quickly
No.
in a relationship? No.
Not when we're starting. Not at all.
So, what do you think about it? I mean, so how should it, when you're starting? What should happen in your opinion?
I think you shouldn't just start opening up too much in the beginning, because there's something called exclusiveness really lessens out. And if you get to know everything about a person in a week and you're just starting and the bond is not that strong, you tend to find it tedious later. Like, I know everything about this person.
Okay, and now there'll be other arguments based on trust factor and everything, saying that you need to build trust, so you need to say it right away. So, in your opinion, you don't have to. You just got to take it slow, right?
Yes, you do not know a person for too long and you're opening up like anything. That's not really right, because I have faced bad side of it.
Yeah, you've been through this?
Yes, I have.
You want to care to share?
Yes, of course.
So what happened?
There was this guy, and we just met at some event and something, and we started talking. And yes, he was an interesting person, so we talked quite a lot. And getting to know each other was even more fun.
But what made him interesting?
He was very similar to me. I mean, same.
Oh, so you're interesting too then.
Oh, yes, definitely. So, we started talking and everything, and I really opened up well, and I thought this.
Oh, what did you open up?
Like
Please, tell me. It was your mouth. Okay.
Okay, I think you need a honeymoon.
I need a cold shower.
Chill your boxes, bro. So, So he was very similar to me. I liked him, whatever. So I thought that he has the kind of depth, so that he can actually take secrets and keep them with him like a man. But it just didn't work out like that.
It turned out to be a woman, huh?
Yes, big time.
Couldn't keep a secret. Peet mein nahi pacha.
Yeah, the kitty party women.
So what did you reveal that was so sensitive that he, opened up like a Pandora's box?
Considering that I have lived half of my life in Nainital, which is so little, it's hardly on any map.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
but we all aspire to be there,
Okay, so should I expect you soon?
I'd love to, frankly. I hear it's beautiful.
Yes, it is, but the people who stay here are too used to the beauty.
Yeah, I know. Ghar ki murgi,
Yeah.
So why don't you come to Bangalore and I'll come over there?
I was in Bangalore actually a few months back.
I'll kill you, but anyway.
But next time you come to Nainital, I have to.
I've never been there, so it'll be the first time.
Seriously?
Yeah, it'll be my horny moment time. My first time, remember?
Wow, that is weird. I mean, everybody's been to Nainital.
I know. I've been to Ladakh, but not there.
Me too.
So tell me, what did you say to this dude?
Yes, so the town is little, so people here will, take things like I'm not a virgin, things like that. It's a big deal. Like, if it goes out, so it's like that girl is the thing. She is the corrupter of her society, that kind of mentality.
Okay.
So this guy ended up saying that kind of stuff, and, he knew my entire history, family, personal, academic, whatever. He knew it all. And when we broke, so it just went out. It was broadcasted, and everybody knew about it. So it was bad. People started
that's
talking.
ridiculous. And boys like that need to be put away, man.
Yes, I really thought he was a man. I was mad.
I think boys are more vindictive than the women are, frankly. It says, hell hath no fury as a woman scorned, but no, nobody talks about the guy who's pissed off.
Beats me. He was not even a boy. He was quite old. And
What do you mean? How old?
He was 22.
Ooh, you call that old? I feel really ancient now.
I'm 18,
So what? Come on.
He was older to me, so I thought that, maybe he's reached that phase in life the way he talked, that, okay, he has...
Well, maybe he's not old enough for you.
Yeah.
You got to go higher then.
Yes, I have.
You're expecting somebody to give you that kind of...
No, I actually even was going out with a guy who is 27 now. He was even more interesting, and he was a bigger woman.
All in Nainital? You find all these men there in the small town?
In fact, he was not supposed to have that tiny mind because he was just here for schooling. Then he studied in Switzerland and Ooty and everything. So he was supposed to have the exposure and the understanding and experience, but he just didn't.
एक बात कहूँ, लोगों की हैसियत बदल सकती है पर औकात नहीं.
क्या बात है?
तो all this exposure and all that, शायद उसकी हैसियत बदली उसकी इसीलिए, पर औकात तो वही थी ना जहाँ से वो आया छोटी दिमाग से.
Because it's not mandatory to leak his name. I can tell you
No.
secret.
Yeah, you can talk about secrets. I don't care about names, really.
He was a big time jerk. He was a criminal.
Okay, now that's a big level. That's a charge there. When you say criminal, like how so? Did you see him kill somebody, murder somebody, rob something, rape somebody? What?
He raped his driver's girlfriend. Like, be that.
How do you know that?
Because he himself admitted it. His parents were neighbors, so it just came out, and the driver's wife had come over to Nainital to, accuse him. So everybody knows.
And you're laughing about it. This guy should be put away, right? You should have helped that girl.
He's married.
So what?
No. And the wife knows it all, so it's okay.
Well, it still doesn't matter. It's a crime, no?
Yeah, I think he was, I don't know, he's a big shot here, kind of. So I don't know what happened. I'm not supposed to interfere in that. It wasn't me raped by him, so...
No, what if... Okay, God forbid, but what if it was? Would you have felt the same way?
No. Yeah, of course, people like him should be, I don't know, punished, whatever. But that chick, I think she had taken some money or something of that sort. That's what I heard. I really don't know. I never looked into it.
So you think he paid her off to keep quiet?
Yeah. Because she came over here in Nainital to accuse him, but all of this had happened in Mumbai where he was working for a while. So, whatever.
Well, you stay away from this dude. If he could do it there, he could probably do it with you as well.
We do not talk. We just don't.
Well, good for you. But
yes, because when I went to his reception, he was with his wife almost. Yeah, wife by then. He actually had to talk about me sarcastically. So from that day on, I'm just off.
It takes away the mystery, and it leaves nothing to look forward to later. But you also said that I've been a victim of something like this, and you narrated your experience, where you said a lot to this dude, and then after you all broke up, he went out and used that against you, and sort of went out to tarnish your reputation in the small town that you live in, right?
Yes.
So now you've given us 2 reasons for why not to say things too early.
Which is
one is
the risk of reputation.
Correct.
Second is it just kills the mystery, it kills the fun.
Right. So you inadvertently gave us 2 reasons for why not.
Yes.
Because your experience didn't really reflect your first read. We're broadcasting live on Q Radio as well, so a big shout out to all the listeners over there. And obviously, you're welcome to call and talk about how much information you think you should share. How much information do you think you should share in different stages of your relationship? Yeah, that'll be something. They have a name for that. What he's up to, or where he's headed. All right, so Rachel, thanks for your call. And,
my pleasure.
Don't be
I'm
a stranger,
so happy to have called.
Yeah, likewise. Don't stay in touch.
I will. Maybe I call in the other half hour.
Yeah, maybe you should.
I know you'd love it.
I would. Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know how much you know about World War II, but there used to be posters, public posters, and pamphlets given out to people that said, "Loose lips, sink ships." What does that mean? So when you start talking about things that you may have heard here and there that had to do with the war in those days, maybe a lot of women and men worked at factories that built ships and ammunition and tanks and armor. It was an attempt to keep all of that quiet because anything that got out could endanger the ships that were out there sailing, taking troops to far-off lands across oceans to fight a war that was bloody. Bottom line, it means information is important. It is something that you don't just give off for free at any time and too much of. Well, when it comes to divulging sensitive personal information too freely, some people could sink your ship. Now, has that happened to you? In a new romance for you, what do you ideally like to talk about? What do you speak about? How much of yourself have you told somebody right now? At what point should a dating partner know intimate things about you? At what point do you think it's the best? What's your opinion? Not asking for your experience because, this is not about experience. It's about knowing what you want to talk about. What is it? Because when you are confronted with a situation where you meet somebody that just sweeps you off your feet and you want to start getting to know that person, you would want to know what to do then, right? So think of this show tonight that you have spent some time and taken some time out of your schedule to come and listen to. What do you think of this whole thing? Do you think it's important to talk about stuff that is personal to you so you can build trust? Is trust building the most important thing early on in a relationship? Building a foundation of trust. And in order to build that trust, do you feel it's really important to tell them about you so that they know that you are open and are willing to be examined? Is that important to build trust? Are you from that school of thought? So at what point should a dating partner know intimate details about you? Now that's a judgment call now we have to make, right? Depending on the comfort level and the sense of trust that we just talked about as the relationship unfolds. And as the relationship unfolds, there'll come a time when most of your secrets are all unwrapped. What would you do in a situation like this? Would you rather take it slow? Or are you from that school of thought that says, no, we need to talk about this early on so we establish the idea of trust, and also you think it saves you time? Maybe you get to know this person so soon that you decide whether this is somebody you want to spend some more time with or just cut from there, saving your time and his or hers. Where do you fit into this whole thing? What's your view? What are your thoughts? We do have a studio guest tonight, and this, again, I'd like to make available to you as well as an opportunity if you feel you want to come and look at what happens here behind the scenes. If you happen to be in Bangalore, write to me at bts@radiowala.in. It's bts@radiowala. BTS stands for Between the Sheets, by the way. bts@radiowala.in. And let me know. Let me know you'd like to come over here, and maybe we can schedule something, and you could be a guest on this show, or maybe some other. Hello, who's this?
Hi, Neil. It's Sumit.
Hey, Sumit, what's going on, man?
Hi, Neil. How are you doing?
Good. तुम कैसे हो? क्या हाल है?
बढ़िया हाल है, बस आप ही को सुन रहा हूँ और देख रहा हूँ, मजे ले रहा हूँ.
किसकी मजे ले रहे हो यार?
और बताइए सर जी, आज तो बड़ा ही अच्छे टॉपिक आए हुए हैं.
क्यों इतना अच्छा क्यों है? कुछ आप बीती है क्या?
मेरी ओपिनियन तो यही है कि मैं तो सबसे पहले ही बोल देता हूँ सब कुछ.
सबसे पहले सब कुछ बोल देते हो?
सब कुछ स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. मैं ऐसा हूँ, मैं ये हूँ, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला, एवरीथिंग.
अच्छा.
एंड 95% ऑफ द टाइम इट बैकफायर्स मी.
तो आप कह रहे थे कि कुछ ज्यादा ही कुछ बोल देते हो आप, और उसके बाद ये काटने को दौड़ता है?
ये सेम थिंग. यहाँ की आजकल की बंदियों का जो कहना है, नहीं बोलो तो जैसे यू आर हाइडिंग थिंग्स एंड एक्सेट्रा. बोल दो तो फिर जेलसी है, ये है, वो है. मतलब करे तो क्या करे.
पर इतना सब कुछ कहने के लिए तुम क्यों इतना सब सामने से कह देते हो? क्यों तुमको क्यों जरूरी समझते हो कि इतना सब बोलना चाहिए?
नहीं जाती है फ्रेंडशिप. आज वो सेल देख लेगी, फेसबुक देख लेगी, तो सब कुछ है. मतलब शी कैन गेट एक्सेस. वैसे भी तो प्रॉब्लम ही आएगा फिर.
नहीं, पर तुम्हारी बात मैंने नहीं समझा. तुम कहते हो कि अगर नहीं कहो तो प्रॉब्लम होगी.
नहीं कहे, अभी नहीं बोले, बाद में उसने कहीं देख लिया कुछ, बाद में उसको खुद से मालूम चल गया तो भी तो प्रॉब्लम ही है.
हाँ, पर उससे मिलने से पहले तुमने जो किया वो उसके इट्स नॉट हर बिजनेस ना. तो मालूम पड़े तो ठीक है, ना पड़े तो कोई नहीं. तो इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्यों होनी चाहिए?
वो ये तो फिर वो हो गया, मतलब चल रहे हैं.
तो ये बैकफायर कैसे हुआ?
बैकफायर मैक्सिमम मतलब एक दो दिन जैसे मतलब तुमने ये कर दिया, यू आर नॉट अ दिस टाइप ऑफ गाय बाय लुक एक्सेट्रा. तुम दिखने में कुछ और हो, हरकतें कुछ और है.
भोला भाला चेहरा है पर दिल बेईमान है. है ना?
हाँ, वही हाल है. अब क्या करें, आपकी तरह आवाज तो है नहीं कि मतलब सबको मदोशी कर दे आवाज से ही. दूसरी बात कोई कुछ देखे ही नहीं.
चलिए, तो आपके तजुर्बे से कुछ ज्यादा बोलने का नहीं है क्या? नहीं,
हाँ, कुछ
जितना कम बोलो उतना अच्छा है.
हाँ. कम बोलो तो वही अच्छा. बोल दोगे तो एंड ऑफ द टाइम काफी जन है तो नहीं समझेंगे.
ठीक है, तो ये आपकी राय थी, और सुने दूसरों की राय, शायद वो भी आपको सुनकर उन्हें भी लगेगा कि उनकी भी राय यहाँ बतानी चाहिए. तो उसी उम्मीद से मैं आपसे विदा लेता हूँ और कहता हूँ कि थैंक यू भैया फोन करने के लिए.
I'm a huge fan of yours and you know it well.
Thank you, Sumit. Appreciate it. And what about the rest of you? What do you think? Is there a need to reveal too much information early on? Or is there another way to deal with a new relationship where you take it slow? Now, there's no right and wrong. So, dating is for getting to know someone new and exploring the attraction. First of all, do you agree with that, Preeti?
Yes, I do.
And you've been listening all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure you've collected and gathered a few of your own thoughts on this subject.
Yeah, I think.
What?
You continue. I'll see how it goes. I'm still trying to figure things.
Wait. Now, there are people here who recognize you, right? They recognize you because you have a distinct accent. And when you've called with verbal diarrhea almost. And now you're sitting right in front of me in this studio live, and you seem like the cat caught your tongue.
No, I'm going to speak. Yeah, you continue, and then I'm going to speak.
No, think of you as a caller now. You're my caller.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of them called and they said sufficient information is enough. I mean, there's certain things you want to share and there's certain things you don't want to share. I think that's perfect. I mean, and I always believe there's an element of mystery that should be there. I mean, it just keeps it alive. There's a sparkle, and I've always been like that.
No, well, that's so easy to say, but you're always constantly, ooh, tell me this and tell me that and tell me this.
No.
So where's the mystery? If you want all that information up
I've
front.
never come from that space.
No?
It really doesn't matter. And if that person on his own...
What if he was like that and say, okay, tell me this about you, tell me that about you.
I wouldn't be too pleased.
No, you won't like that?
I mean, nah. Does it really matter? I mean, what is this? What is that? God, curiosity kills.
So is it important to get to know somebody? I mean, if you're in a relationship, the first thing you actually attempt to do is trying to get to know each other, right?
Yes, but like too much information, like you constantly want to know what my past is or who this person is. Like one of the call even said, then if she reads she gets to, check my phone and all that. I mean, that's ridiculous. At any given point of time,
Well, that's being nosy in privacy. That's a whole different discussion altogether. I'm talking about volunteering information.
Yeah, voluntary information. I mean, what you spontaneously speak. I mean, if you're saying something spontaneously and we can, I can pick up the lead and talk to you and there are certain questions asked and answered, that's fine. I mean, I'm not always constantly keep asking you, is that what it is? There's certain things you learn, yeah? It takes time. You discover. And I think that's the beauty of it. That's what keeps it interesting.
There are certain things that you may not want to hear, or there are certain things you may not want somebody to ask you. And what would those be if you...
Certain things, Oh, but I've had this. There's one thing. I've this one. Let me tell you, this one particular incident where this. I think after we kissed or something, this guy asked me. Have you had a better kiss than this before? Have you been with a man? I'm like, oh my god! And you know what?
The comparison. What do you say? The truth or the truth?
And even worse. There's one more. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate me. I'm like, what? Are you serious? I was like, good Lord, I can never. Why do you want me to compare to anybody? It's you. Why don't you just be you in my life? He's like, no, I just want to. That's such a ridiculous question. It's a big turn off. I will not accept that. What I share with you is what I share with you. Why should it matter what I've had with another man?
Is mine bigger than the ones you've seen before?
Exactly. Oh, that's bad. That's even worse. Is mine the biggest? Or I'm like, oh my good Lord. That's
yeah, your fingers are much bigger than the ones I've held before.
That is complete no-no at any given point of time in the relationship. Any given point of time. And there are questions like, do I make you feel, whatever? I mean, I don't even want to get there. It's just so, I don't even want to think about it. Everyone's getting it. It's embarrassing. It's a complete turn off. Have you felt this way before with any other man? I'm like, what is your problem?
First of all, what does this way mean? Which way?
I don't know.
Maybe they're looking for some self-assurance about their performance and the fact that
Too bad. If you're not sure about yourself, really want to compare with some man I've been with, you don't even know him? How does it matter? I'm with you. Doesn't that tell you a lot already?
Well, you could be.
Come on, constant assurance of saying, "Oh my God."
Maybe you're with him because you didn't get anyone better.
Oh, how do you know?
No, for him, that's what he's probably thinking. If it's a self-esteem issue, he's already got it so low.
But asking me about the people I was in the past,
I get it. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's something you don't want ever to reveal or be asked.
And I will not ask you also. I'm not at all curious. No way. I don't want to know also. So it's a two-way street.
Okay, so here you go. You got Preeti's view on these things. Maybe you want to sit and engage in conversation with her. Let's talk, we can all talk together. Where were we the last time we left off?
Not being a guy in a long while.
Not what?
I was talking about me not being a guy in a long while.
You haven't been a guy in a long while, so you wouldn't know what you cannot ask him, right?
Exactly.
No, that's not true, because see, I tell you, you have to be the woman asking the guy, and for that, would you know what not to ask him?
I really do not know, because whatever I have asked till now...
He's quietly answered, huh?
Yes. And
he's like, you better answer or else I'm out of here.
No, I mean, maybe I just know what to ask and what not to, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. I never tend to ask something that, the other person is uncomfortable with or is unable to answer. It just has never happened, so I really don't know.
Okay, what do you think a man wouldn't want a woman to discuss in the early stages? So you've been a woman, you know.
Yes, like I said that about past relationships, but I think I should change my statement on that, because when I was talking to this guy and we had just started talking, so he actually liked talking about my past. I don't know.
Well, that's a kink sometimes. It kind of turns people on when you talk about someone else going on with you.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a fetish.
Okay.
But okay, what about this? Do you think a man will like you talking about your relationship with your father?
Probably not. In fact, it's almost been a year I'm dating this guy, and still when I talk about two waywardly things, he just doesn't. He doesn't say he doesn't like it, but he does not really respond. He would be like, "Oh, okay, yeah. So what's up?" He'll just try to change the topic.
So what about? Do you think he likes to hear about your medical history?
Considering that I have not had very nice medical history, yeah, my boyfriend, he likes listening to it because he just wants to know how I'm coping up and stuff like that. But yes, I made a mistake once. I told him this, and I didn't want anybody else to know in my town or in my friend circle that I'm not really doing well, because getting sympathy from somebody is just not my thing.
Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate all the phone calls and participation that I got. My name's Anil, and this is Between the Sheets.